do want to remind everybody it's Tuesday, right? So we've got ClubNet tonight at 8 o'clock and Newsline at 7:30. And looks like Gary's got the show tonight, AA8CS. Should be a good time, so stop on by. Everybody, Godspeed in your travels. Rod, I know why you moved to Jacksonville. It's KD8SLG. Back to net control. Thanks, Rod.
Yeah, I guess, Nick, it is sort of funny for you to hear up to Nick, up to just Nick. So, well, this time of the year, it is Florida is pretty nice, I must admit. So, anyway, you have a great day there, Nick, and looking forward to seeing you next week. All right, let's go up to Matthew, KJ5DIT. I know oftentimes he's short time. So, Matthew, are you out there? You were on the early bird list, KJ5DIT. And if you are out there, how are things in Alphadelphia?
Things in Alphadelphia, okay? The grandkids are out and getting ready. They got to school today. We saw 34 last night. So hopefully the roads are clean. We got a good shift of rain yesterday. But thankfully it wasn't the ice. Most of that was for wound up north. So we're looking for a beautiful day today. Hope you all have one too. Hope you have sudden snow tires. And I've listened to people in the weather there on the roads. So take care, y'all. 73.
W8WKY.
Okay, very good, Matthew. Well, thanks for joining us on the Barometer Net this morning, and I must say I haven't put on my snow tires here yet, so hi. But anyway, thanks for joining us, and you have a great day. With that, let's go up to Northern Mark, KC8FQV. How is the weather up there for you up in Geauga County there, Mark? Over to you.
All right, Rod, KCFQ. Well, I just was looking at I looked out earlier outside. I could tell it was snowing. I couldn't see down to the road. Of course, it was a little dark still, but still I could see the tree line enough that I could tell that it was snowing. And, I looked at some of the Ogo cameras. I looked at Chardon Square. Yeah, there's snow on the road there. It's not clean. I mean, they have put salt down, so it's grinding now, so, but yeah, everything is going good, I don't know when they started Fred, if they started, he was there at the hospital, so I don't know if they just got him checked in, ready to go, and going to do the tune-up and overhaul today on Fred and get him all going, or they started yesterday, but he sounded good, so, other than that, everything else is going good. So we'll send it back your way. You could take and collect that heat down there and shoot it up here, and we'll try to get the 3.9 to heat up and melt the stuff up here, or give us some heat. But we'll send it back your way, Rod, and it's going to be something to see you next week. Are you flying, or are you going to drive up? Because that's going to be the interesting thing. Well, at least the government's back to work, so the tower and flight cruiser, the control tower people are all working and are wanting to work now because they're getting a paycheck, so maybe are going to fly up, so hopefully you won't have any delays. So we'll send it back your way, KCFQB.
Okay, Mark, fine business there, and well, stay warm up there. we'll try to bring a little bit of warm weather with us. We're actually going to fly up, actually this Friday we're going to fly into Akron, Canton, and then we're going to drive over to Pennsylvania and see family over there for a couple days. We have a Christmas party going on in Pennsylvania this weekend, and then we're going to head back to Ohio, and if all goes according to plan, we will be at the Christmas party and hopefully see a lot of people we haven't seen for a year now. We were at the Christmas party last year and had a great time, so we're really looking forward to heading up to Ohio and Pennsylvania. All righty, let's clear with Northern Mark, and let's go to Wadsworth, to John, Whiskey 8, Tango Delta, my cruising buddy there. How are things with you there, John? I heard you were on the early bird list. Over to you. Okay, well, John must no longer be with us here this morning on the Barometer Net. John, if you want to get back in, just give us a holler the next time I ask for check-ins. Another one that I'm hoping's out there, I think he said he would be mobile at this point in time, would be Tom. Another fellow Wadsworthan there, WAAGXX. Tom, are you out there on the road? Over to you.
Rod? Yes, I am. Whoops, I forgot something. To run back here and get something. But thanks for taking over, and enjoy the warmer temperatures. W8GAX. WHXX.
Okay, very good there, Tom. Well, you have a safe and enjoyable day there. And like I think I've mentioned before, I sort of miss running into you when Wendy and I would take our walks around Walmart there on the north end of Wadsworth, and you would be driving by on your way to work, and you would toot at us. So anyway, let's go out to Oklahoma, where it sounds like there is some snow out there. Miss Nancy, are you with us? KI5OZZ. I heard you on the pre-net this morning talking to Jim. Over to you, Nancy. Okay, nothing heard. We'll go on then on the pre-net list here. I don't know. Phil was already at work this morning, so he may not be out there, but I'm going to give him a call anyway. K8PMI. Phil, how are things with you? And John, AC8AT, you will be on deck.
W8JAX, this is K8PMI. Good morning there, Rod. Yep, got into the office nice and early because I just woke up early. And it's quiet here. Nobody's made it in yet, so roads must not be very good out there. But other than that, you're doing a great job, and glad to have you in the wings there filling in for us, because you filled in for me a couple times, and I greatly appreciate it. You do a great job there, Rod, and glad to hear that you have some nice weather there. So we'll catch you on down the log. 73, everybody. This is K8PMI.
Okay, very good there, Phil. Well, you have a good day at work, and I would assume that you probably have a Florida trip in store within the next maybe month or two. I don't know, but I know you get down to the Miami area quite often, and as you know, Miami's even nicer this time of the year than Jacksonville on the northeast side of Florida here. It's much warmer, probably about 10 degrees on average down in the Miami area. Phil, you have a great day. Thanks for checking in with me. Let's go over to John. I heard him on the early bird list talking to Jim this morning, AC8AT. And Chris, MMY, you will be on deck. Over to you, John, AC8AT.
W8JAX and the crew, AC8AT. A big top of the morning to you, Rod. It's always good hearing you and Wendy, and you know what? I'd like to hear more antics of K9 Lucy. I think she chases critters along the beach over there. I'd like to hear more about that. Anyway, Illyria is 30 degrees, 87% humidity. What's helping us, Rod, here is no wind. And it's a steady light snow coming down. I think there might be a visibility problem here in Illyria. I think we're going to get like 2 to 4 more inches, so we'll see what's up with that. And I got Fred, WA8KOC. Boy, he's on the top of the prayer list. And I just put a card in the mail, a get well card in the mail yesterday for him. So I hope he gets that soon, and I hope he gets well soon. Anyway, Rod, I'll let you round everybody up, and thanks for being there. W8JAX, AC8AT. Top of the morning to all.
W8WKY.
Okay. Hey, very good there, John. It's always good to hear from you. And yes, prayers are headed to Fred's way there, hoping that all goes well for him in the hospital this week. And so we'll be thinking of him. And also, Miss Lucy, our rescue beagle here, she doesn't do a lot of howling. But boy, when she starts to find a scent, and as the scent gets stronger, I don't know how familiar you are with hound dogs, but they pretty much go nuts. And then she'll start to howl, and she's getting close to a squirrel or a cat or a rabbit, and she goes crazy. So anyway, John, you have a great day there, and it's always good to hear you on the Barometer Net here this morning. Let's head over to Chris, KE8MMY, and Southern Mark SFS, you'll be on deck. Chris, how are things with you?
KE8JAX, good morning, and good to be able to talk to you. Usually I would be out the door and at work at this time, but I always take a couple of extra days around the holidays that we do get. So we're doing fine because we haven't been out in the snow yet. Looks like it's getting driven down a little bit with the car tires, but I want to give you a big thank you for something that you do. That on-deck circle helps me out a whole lot because I am have radios on in the house, and I'm wandering around doing this and that, and sometimes if I don't know that my turn is coming up, I don't make it to the radio in time. So thank you very much. KE8MMY. Back to you.
Okay, fine business there, Chris. Well, yeah, you know, I don't always remember to do an on deck. Sometimes I do, and sometimes I forget. And I'm sure it's helpful to know ahead of time to give everybody a heads up if their turn is about to come up. So I'm gonna, you know, I don't do this probably often enough to get, well, I certainly don't do this net very good, period, but part of the reason is, I don't do it real often on just the backup, and that's fine. And I really appreciate, though, being the backup. And anyway, enough of that. So anyway, Chris, you have a great day there, and always good to hear you on the Barometer Net. Okay, we are going to go to Mark next, SFS, another fellow Wadsworth resident there. Well, of course, we don't live in Wadsworth anymore, but anyway. And Elmer, HNK, you'll be on deck. Southern Mark, how are things in Wadsworth this morning?
A little bit of snow, a few inches in that, and about 16% chance, and it's supposed to stop around 10 o'clock or so, according to 5/8 News. But you know them, they can't put. Like I say, the 26 degree, it's supposed to get up to 31 degree today. Feel like 26 right now, and the wind is 6 miles per hour northwest. Gas price, it went up yesterday to $2.88 to $2.89 all around Wadsworth, and it was quite down low there before that at $2.48, $2.49. I was surprised that it went back up again. I don't know what their scoop for this one is, but anyhow, I'll drop it for a bit. Doing okay and everything. Going to go over the senior center, have some lunch, and read my hand radio book to test that. I'm starting that in class. I gotta see if I can take the net year, and the year was taking a toll on me, and everything, with everything. And I got rid of my bed last week, and I'm waiting for the new bed to come. Some organization is supposed to help me. They're donating a bed for me, and hope they come and get it to me. They're taking their time. But all of that, doing okay and everything. Like I said, I'm sleeping on the couch, and it's all right in a way, but in a way I like my bed, and with that, I'll give it back to you, Rod. 73 Kia 8 Sir Photo, sir.
Okay, Mark. Hey, it's always good to hear from you there on the Barometer Net here. And your gas prices they're about 10 cents lower than us here in Northeast Florida. We're almost all the places are slightly above $3. But I'll tell you, those prices change on a daily basis. It makes your head spin around. It's crazy how frequently they change. And but we've been hovering just a little bit over the $3 mark on average here. Okay, let's move on to Elmer and see what's happening with him. And I think he said his schools were closed. I guess that would be Akron. Anyway, let's go over to Elmer, and then we're going to take, I'm not done with the early bird list, but I'd like to take a pause and get any mobiles and short timers in. KE8HNK. Over to you, Elmer.
KE8HNK mobile. Good morning, Rod. Good morning, rest of the listeners. All the schools in Akron, Barberton, and surrounding areas are closed today. Akron's roads are deteriorated. We decided to get out and do some videoing, and I'm down here going to get some photographs of the Jeep, and then, of course, I'm going to take it over here in the field where we got a little bit of room and let it fight some snow and have some fun with it. So just want to say, everybody that's out here on the roads, stay safe, take your time. If those who are getting ready to leave, give about a half hour or so extra time to get there. And with that, I'm going to turn it back over to you. Everybody stay healthy, stay blessed. This is KH&K back over to Net Control 73.
Okay, Elmer. Well, you drive safely there and stay warm, and always good to hear you in the morning on the Barometer Net. Okay, with that, I still have a number of folks on the early bird list. I have CT, ZSH, Wendy, JAX, CFY. I've got YUQ. I will get to you guys shortly, but I'd like to pause here and identify this as the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association Morning Barometer Net on the local W8WKY repeater 147 Mark 390 positive offset with a PL of 114 Mark 8. And so what I'd like to do now is let's go ahead and take some more check-ins. I'll tell you what, I'll take any general check-in that's out there, but please let me know if you're mobile or short time. So again, please give me your call phonetically and alphabetically, slowly. I promise I'll give a long pause at the end of this check-in period to get everyone in, and I will ask for those that I missed. And all licensed amateurs are welcome to check in. Please come now.
Kilo Charlie 8 in November, Oscar Victor, KC8, NOV, Marty, Streetsboro, in and out.
November 8, Whiskey Sugar, Bill in New London.
Mike, K8MNT, Tom in Canton.
Mobile. VK1JT, Victor, Kilowatt 1, Juicy Tomato from Canberra, Australia.
Kilo Charlie 1, Victor, Quebec, Sierra, KC1, VQS, all in Maine.
Whiskey 8 Tango Delta, W8CD, John in Wadsworth.
W8JAX, this is Kilo Echo 8, Victor, Quebec, X-Ray, KE8VQX, Joe in Akron.
In Russell today, mobile.
Kilo Foxtrot 8, Charlie Foxtrot Charlie, leaves Greenville,
Ellenboro, West Virginia, KF8ERZ.
November 8, Lima, Tango Radio, on RF, the way it should be. Bill in Greene, Ohio.
KF8FAE, John in Uniontown, in and out.
Kilo Delta 8, Delta Bravo, Chuck and 7 Lake, EJW, Philip at Twinsburg.
Kilo Delta 8, Whiskey Oscar Tango, Mark and Spencer, good morning.
Okay, let me pick it up here. Okay, I know I've missed some. There was several collisions there. I'm going to read down the list who I've got, and then I will ask for who I missed. I have NOV, WS, MMT, JT, VQS, TD, VQX, ERZ, LTR, and then there was a John in there, a KF8, and I missed the suffix. So if you could come back with your suffix right now, I would appreciate it. Again, that was a John KF8.
KF8, Frank, Alpha, Papa, John in Uniontown, in and out.
Okay, I got it that time. KF8, FAP. Thanks for joining us on the Barometer Net here this morning, John. And then I had PJW, Phil, and I had a WOT. Okay, so who did I miss? I know I've missed several.
Kilo, Foxtrot 8, Delta, Tango, Papa, KF8, DTP, Lori, Mobile.
November 8th, Mike Kilo Romeo, N8 MKR, John Mobile.
Kilo, Delta 9, Delta Victor Bravo, Chuck Cinema Mike.
In Middlefield, Mobile.
Okay, let me pick it up there. Okay, I got Mark in Middlefield, but there was a collision there. Would you please come back with your call sign again? Mark, Middlefield, I missed that one. I also have MKR and DTP. Lori, you were added. So, Mark in Middlefield, would you come back, please?
Kilo, Foxtrot 8, Charlie Lima Oscar, KF8 CLO.
Okay, we got you that time, Mark CLO, and then there was somebody else that collided with you, and so again, on this second go-around, I got DTP, MKR, and CLO. Who did I miss in the rechecks there?
W8WKY.
Dare I transmit? This is Alpha Bravo 8 Mike Oscar AB8 MO Andy Mobile in Middlefield, Ohio. Again, that's Alpha Bravo 8 Mike Oscar. Hopefully that was long enough that time.
Okay, very good, Andy. I apologize. There was a lot of check-ins there and a lot of collisions, so I apologize for not getting you in. And we will go through the mobile list here first. And so I'm going to start up with the first mobile that I heard, and that was KF8 DTP. Lori, how are you doing this morning? And I assume you are headed to work.
W8AJ. Oh, I'm so sorry, Rod. It's okay. And here, let me proxy in K8UIB. Everybody on that? All right. This lovely drive from Mosley to Hartville, and we actually had to stop at Vision this morning. Some apparel to take to work with us, and the roads are horrible. So if you don't have to go out, don't go out. No, I'm just kidding. With that, so you know it's a little slushy. There are some spots that are really bad. So with that, I'm going to hand it back over to you, and hope everybody has a great and fabulous day. This is KF8 DTP clear.
Okay, Lori. Well, you drive safely there and say hello to John for us. I got him on the log here as well. So you two have a good day at work there, and please drive safe. All right, we are going to go to John. I think he was the next mobile here, N8MKR. How is your commute there, John?
Well, good morning to you in the net. This is November 8, Mike Kilo Romeo Mobile. I am mobile on the east leg of the expressway. It is slow. We're going 15 miles per hour. I got a little bit of a late start today, and that's okay. I'm on my way to Richfield. It's going to be a great day. I wish everybody a safe commute out there. And also, Net Control, I had heard an Aussie station check in. Their suffix was Juicy Tomato, JT. And I didn't hear you read him back, but, I might have just missed it. But I thought that was kind of cool. Good morning, all, from N8MKR 73.
Okay, hey, very good there, John. And, yeah, I did get him on the list here, so we'll get to him shortly. Let's go down to Mark in Middlefield. I think he was mobile as well, KF8CLO. Mark, how are things with you?
W8WKY.
Not too bad. Made it to drop the guys off. Got to go to Garrettsville to get my eyes checked. But I'm going to keep it kind of short because Andy needs to get in there. I always hear him get stepped on and moved around, and he needs to talk his piece too. So I'm going to call it short and 73 to all, and have a nice day.
Okay, very good, Mark. Well, you drive safe there. Thanks for checking into the Barometer Net. And let's go down to Andy. Again, Andy, I apologize. There was just a lot of collisions there, and I know you have a very short window. Over to you, Andy. How are you doing?
W8JAX in the Barometer Net. This is ABNMO, just down the street from work, actually. Came in a little bit earlier and worked out okay. Took me about 35 minutes to get to work. It normally takes me 20, so I still got some time before I start. So, yeah, I mean, that's the nature of the beast. This is a popular net, so I don't know why I have the tendency to get squashed, but, maybe KAPJW is worse, I want to say. He always gets flattened, so thanks for picking up Fred's slot. It's snowing up here in the snow belt, pretty lightly. The roads are okay. It must have been like the worst at about 5, 6 o'clock this morning because the school teachers in my family had the day off today. Somehow or other, that gene missed me. I am not a teacher. So my mom is off, my sister-in-law's off. My brother works in Ashtabula. He's a middle school teacher, and I don't know if he got the day off or not, but he might have too. So, and of course my nieces probably got the day off of school. They go to Mentor. So we shall. They're enjoying it, but I have to go to work. So with that, I made it to work. And again, thanks for picking up the net. Everybody have a great morning. This is AB8MO Mobile.
Okay, very good there, Andy. Well, you have a good day at work there, and thanks for checking in with me. And again, sorry I didn't pull you out of the collisions there at first. And anyway, you have a good day. Always good to hear you on the Barometer Net. Let's go back up to the top here. Just finish out my early bird list, and then we'll get to the remainder of the recent check-ins. Let's go up to Craig, AACT. And Craig, I think you are going to be doing the net tomorrow for Fred. And so I'll send it over your way. And Randy, ZSH, you will be on deck. How are things with you there this morning, Craig?
W8JAX. Good morning, Rod. Yes, we've got some snow down here, and actually I just got out to the end of the road. I am mobile, and my road's already been plowed. I mean, how good is that? Yeah, and yes, I do, and I thank you for that little note that you sent the other day. That will be very helpful tomorrow. This morning I have something in about 40 minutes, and I didn't want to commit myself, so Wednesday I'm clear. I can go and do my thing at any time I want. So with that, to all the Barometer Netters out there, drive safely. Remember, snow and ice are slippery. Slow down. With that, I'm going to turn it back to you, Rob. Thank you so much for doing for Fred, and it was so good to hear Fred. And Brother Fred, if you're listening yet, you take care, and you are in a lot of people's thoughts and prayers. So just do what the docs tell you to, and we will see you down the log. Rod, thank you, and always good to hear both you and Wendy, and even the tail wagging from Lucy. So there you have it. AA8CT back to W8JAX. Take care, my friend, and again, thank you. And I will be out and listening.
Okay, very good there, Craig. Well, you drive safe in that weather up there, and it's always good to hear from you. And thank you for doing the net tomorrow. I'll be checking in. Well, either Wendy or I will be checking in with you tomorrow. So with that, we're going to go over to Randy and see how many dogs are currently in his lap. There probably should be 3, but I really don't know. And Ray, K5CFY, you are on deck. Randy, how are things with you?
KD8ZSH. Morning, Rod. Good morning, everybody. Oh, not too bad. Got 2 pups in the lap. I just got done letting them back in the house. We've got about 2 inches here. And the cold must have had its effect on them. They all come in, got settled down, promptly went to sleep. So they're snoozing right now. Didn't take them long either. I'm feeling a little bit better. Trying to get my strength back from being in the hospital. But my thoughts are with Fred. I said a prayer for him this morning, and I hope everything goes well with him. Well, you guys, please be safe out there, because it is the season. This is KD8ZSH clear, and back to net. 73s, everybody.
Okay, very good, Randy. Well, you have a good day there, and always look forward to hearing you checking in and how many dogs are on your lap in the morning. And hopefully your daughter is continuing to recover there. Okay, we're going to go out to Oklahoma, to Tulsa, I believe, out to Ray, K5CFY. And let's see, who's on deck here? It's going to be Phil, YUQ. You are on deck. Ray, how are things in Tulsa?
W8JAX on the net. K5CFY. Good morning, Rod. Thanks for doing the net. Did a great job. A lot of pileups this morning. Anyway, good to hear you out there. Thanks for filling in for Fred. The thoughts and prayers are with Fred there in the hospital. Hope he has a speedy recovery and gets out of there. 27 degrees here. Nancy may have got a little snow yesterday. We got just a very little sleet, but not much snow. I'll give it back to you there, Rod. Again, great job. 73, y'all take care. K5CFY.
Node 3, 2, 8, 9,
Okay, very good there, Ray. Always good to hear you, and I really enjoy checking into the Boredom Breaker Net when I can during the afternoon walk with K9LUCY. Okay, we're going to clear with Ray, and we're going to go out to Phil, KE8YUQ, and we're going to find out what's happening in River Styx this morning. And let's see who is on deck. We are going to have the National Weather Service is going to be on deck. Phil, how are things in River Styx? Okay, nothing heard, so we'll move on. And Phil, if you're listening out there, you have a good day. And if you want to check back in, by all means do so when we go for more check-ins. Okay, Bill, N8WS, I heard you checking in there moments ago. How are things with you?
W8WKY.
W8JAX in the group, N8WS. Good morning, Rod. Good morning, all the net. I'm surprised I didn't hear anything about Fred being in the hospital till just a minute ago. He'll be in our thoughts and prayers, that's for sure. I hope he's nice and warm because it's kind of chilly out here. We got about 3 inches of snow on the ground. It's sticking on all the trees. Everything is white. Air quality index this morning is at 35. That's in the good range. My sunrise 7:36. My sunset 5:02. Length of day 9 hours 26 minutes. Let's see here. Solar flux indices is my computer. Yeah, there it is. 196, sunspot number 185. A is 10, K is 1. Geomagnetic field is very quiet, no skip predicted. Topo, of course, is at a 0. And let's see here. 7-day forecast. Yeah. Well, there it is. I got 26 degrees this morning. Humidity 96%. Wind speed north of 3. Barometer 2987. Dew point 25 degrees. Visibility mile and a quarter. Prediction for today is snow before 11 a.m. Then a slight chance of snow showers after 1 p.m. High near 32. Calm winds becoming northwest 5 to 8 miles an hour in the morning. Chance precipitation 90%. And spaceweather.com, very interesting. Excuse me. Geomagnetic storms predicted. A new model of yesterday's X2 class solar flare in CME suggests that the CME might not miss Earth. Excuse me. Storm could graze our planet on December 3rd. Moreover, the CME will scoop up a solar wind stream just ahead of it. Hold on for a second. Sorry about that. Got a rough throat this morning. Even Carrington would be impressed. On September 1st, 1859, English astronomer Richard Carrington sketched the most famous sunspot in history. That was the Carrington event that wiped out a lot of stuff on Earth even back then. So this flare that's going on now, it's a good thing it's not directly headed toward us because it might have caused another one. So, very interesting article. If you got time, be sure to take a look at that. Look at some of them links. Let's see, currently there's 9 sunspot groups on the sun. That's about it for me, Rod. Thanks for picking up the net for Fred. W8JAX on the group, 7-3 everyone, N8WS.
Okay, fine business there, Bill. I always look forward to hearing the weather and space weather combined there on your report on the Barometer Net in the morning. So thank you. All right, we're going to clear with the National Weather Service there. Marty, KC8NOV, was in and out. And now we're going to go, and I apologize, Tom, I didn't give you a heads up. KA8MNT, we're going to head to Canton there and see what's happening with the critters there with Tom. And then Juicy Tomatoes, you are on deck. Over to you, Tom. How are things in Canton?
KAJAX, this is KA8MNT. Good morning, Rod, and everybody else that is on the net this morning. Well, real quick, the critters are buried under about 2 inches of snow out there, and they're deep in their dens and nice and warm, so I don't think I'll be seeing them anytime too soon. But we are starting today off with 28 degrees with no wind and no precipitation since midnight. Snow, well, I take it back. We had about 2 inches of snow as far as that goes. And let's see, the barometer's sitting at 29.84. And today's high is going to be 33, cloudy, with an 84% chance of, yep, you know, snow. So the snow that's come down made the trees and everything look real pretty out. Makes driving a little on the hazardous side. So as a lot of other people have said before, if you're going out, please be careful. We need it, as Jim would say, we need all the chickens we can get. Okay, nothing else really going on. I've been running my 3D printer almost non-stop since I got it set up on Saturday, and started making little Christmas gifts, so we'll see how that works out. Let's see what else is going on. Not much of anything else, so let me grab a quick nickel. KA8MNT back. You know, bankers need to get better at restocking their ATM machines at Christmas time. This is the 5th one I've been to that has insufficient funds. And with that, I'm going to say 7-3s, everybody. Stay safe, stay healthy. Keep smiling. This is Kilo Alpha 8, Mike November Tango. Turning everything back over to the Taco Tuesday morning. NCO K8JAX.
Can I just say that insufficient funds means you don't have enough money in your account. It doesn't mean that there's enough money in the machine. It means there's not enough money in your account. VK1 Juicy Tomato.
Okay, very good. Well, Tom, your humor there is always the best, and you have a good day there. Tell Linda we said hello. And you mentioned about your 3D printer. I know I've joined a radio control airplane club down here, and they actually print out aircraft, model aircraft that fly from a 3D printer. I was totally impressed. This guy comes to our flying field, and he has all these planes that were from 3D printers. And it's amazing what you can do with them. All right, we are going to go down to Australia, I do believe, and I think it's John. I don't think I've ever had you check in before on the Barometer Net, at least not for me. VK1JT, we're going to go to John, and then VQS. Paul, you are on deck. How are things in Australia this morning, John?
W8JAX BK1JT, mate. Thanks for having me. It's beautiful here. And sorry, I trust everybody as well and travelling all right. Mate, it's beautiful here. We had a beautiful day, and it's a little bit of cloud, but it ended up nice and sunny and everything, and got a little bit of warmth back. It was freezing cold last night, last night. And yeah, I was sitting there thinking about I might have to switch up the tracky dats. As far as I'm concerned, just check out my QRZ.com page. It's probably the best thing I can tell you. Other than that, I like playing with the radio and all things software-defined radio. I'm mucking around with GNU Radio at the moment and collaborating with someone down at Adelaide University with that. And what else I've been doing? Playing around Allstar and whatnot, and just getting myself into trouble here and there. But it's all good. All right, enough from me. Back to Net Control VK1 Juicy Tomato.
W8WKY.
Okay, hey, very good there, John. Thank you for checking in from so far away on the Barometer Net this morning. You are always welcome to check in. The Barometer Net goes from 7 o'clock every morning Eastern Standard Time, Eastern Time, I should say, Eastern Standard or Eastern Daylight, depending on the time of the year. And you're always welcome to check in. Okay, with that, we're going to go up to Maine now to see what's happening up there weather-wise and otherwise. And John, W8TD, you are on deck. Paul, how are things in Maine?
Well, good morning, Rod, and everyone on the net. Things in Maine are about to get stormy. I think we're going to get some of that snow that Ohio's been getting. It hasn't started yet, but it is cloudy. We had a beautiful red sunrise, though, and then it clouded up. I believe the snow is supposed to start by late morning, by 10 or 11 in that area. And as far as the mount's concerned, nobody seems to be able to agree on that. We've had everything from 3 inches to 10. Earlier, the amounts were higher. And they put out 2 models, the American model and the European model. And the European model showed the storm farther offshore, which would bring the heavier amounts to the coast in southern Maine and lighter amounts inland, and then the American one put it closer to us. Now that it's almost upon us, it looks like the European model is going to win out. At least that's what it's looking at now, because our winter storm warning has gone to a winter weather advisory here in my part of the state, and the amounts have come down considerably. But I guess southern Maine is going to be the jackpot at 8 inches plus if that continues. And I know forecasting is difficult, especially in this state, because there's so many variables. But anyway, I think regardless of how much we get, I'll be doing a little plowing. So I got to get that ready to go. I've had to pop out for a walk this morning. And she spent some time in my lap, which is getting a little more difficult as she gets bigger, but we're still doing it. And I think my wife had a good commute to work with bare roads, but I don't think that's going to happen on the afternoon commute. So I'm hoping the roads won't be too bad for her to return home. So that's what's happening in Maine today. Hope everyone has a great day. Stay safe if you're getting snow, especially. And we'll talk soon. KC1DQS, back to Net Control.
Okay, hey, very good there, Paul. It sounds like winter has arrived in Maine as well. So you have a good day there, getting rid of some of that snow. With that, we're going to go over to John, W8TD, another fellow Wadsworth person there that we used to live in Wadsworth as well for many years, about 20 years, until last year. So I'm going to send it over your way there,
John, but Joe, VQX, you will be on deck. John, how are things in Wadsworth this morning?
Hello, Rob. WTD. Wadsworth's kind of cold and snowy. I've lived here, I think, about 25 years now, so I guess I'm getting used to it. I was always a Stark County kind of guy until this. Nothing really new to report, nothing exciting going on with me. Been home for exactly a month, I think, and another 3 months before I can get out of here. And of course, by then the snow will be gone, so I don't even need to go. I think I had the call confused. I don't remember the prefix, either K8 or W8, JAX. Good morning, everybody. Talk to everybody soon. Probably be on the net this evening. W8TD.
Okay, very good there, John. Well, you stay warm up there in Wadsworth. And yeah, it sounds like you've been in Wadsworth a little longer than Wendy and I. Of course, we moved down here to Jacksonville to be close to our daughter, which is really nice, but we do miss everybody up in Northeast Ohio. Okay, we are going to go to Joe out in Akron, I believe. And Joe, how are you doing? How were your flights last? I think you were over Thanksgiving holiday. I think you were flying, and curious how that went for you. Over to you, Joe. KE8VQX and Terry ERZ. You will be on deck. It's all yours, Joe.
W8JAX, this is KE8VQX Morning Rod and the net. Yeah, about 4 inches on the weather stump outside before the squirrels knocked it off. Somewhere between 3 and 4 anyway. Thanksgiving trips went fine. It was all uneventful, so that's the way we like it. Appreciate you asking. Hope your RC airplane hobby hasn't resulted in any major destruction yet. When I was a kid, my dad gave me a SIG Cadet kit, and I started it, got the fuselage built, and typical 15-year-old attention span, I didn't finish it until 20 years later. And of course, by then I thought, I'm a jet pilot, I don't need anyone to show me how to do this, and torque rolled it on the very first takeoff, didn't damage it too bad, and then hand launched it after that, wound up in a tree for a couple of days, repaired it after that, wound up in a tree again. So now it is repaired and it hangs in my basement. I switched to the electrics, which are pretty nice, but that hobby is a little bit dormant right now. I'm sure it'll click back into place before too long. Haven't flown anything in a couple of years, but the styrofoam ready-to-fly ones are awesome. Anyway, I'll give it back to you, Rod. Thanks for getting me in. This is KE8VQX. Back to net.
Okay, very good there, Joe, and good to hear your travels over the holidays were good. And yeah, I just picked up this radio control hobby here this year. It was on my retirement bucket list. And I think I might have mentioned it before that I have a pretty good instructor there. He's not only an airline pilot, but he's also a radio control guy. So he's been teaching me how to fly, and knock on wood, I have yet to crash the thing, but I'm sure that day will come. And it's E-Flight Apprentice. I don't know how familiar you are with that, but it's really it almost flies itself. Actually, it's really amazing. But anyway, thanks for asking there, and we'll go on here. We'll clear with Joe and go down to West Virginia. Terry, KF8ERZ, and then Bill, LTR. You'll be on deck. Terry, how are things in West Virginia this morning? What's the weather like there?
morning, Rod. I'm down the net. This is KF8ERZ. It's cold and snowy this morning. We're getting quite a bit of snow down here. It's actually coming down pretty hard. So, and the roads are kind of iffy too, from what I hear. But it's beautiful though, its own way. I like all the seasons. But it's good to hear you on there. You're doing a fine job running the net. Appreciate you doing that. And thank you for taking my check-in. And I want to say my prayers are with Fred, and everything's going to go good with him. And, I won't hold it because I know there's plenty more on the list. But I just want to say 7 degrees, and God bless everyone on here. And good to be with y'all. So with that, I'll say I'm clear. This is KF8ERZ.
W8WKY.
Okay, hey, fine business there, Terry. Always good to hear how things are down in West Virginia. You're a regular check-in to the Barometer Net, and I enjoy hearing from you. Okay, very good. Let's go head out to Bill, N8LTR, RF the way it should be, and then Bill PJW, you'll be on deck. How are things with you there, Bill?
Well, good morning to all the Northeast Ohio snowbound travelers. Yeah, we're in Southern Green here. Yeah, that's probably 2.5 inches or so. And glad I'm retired and don't have to venture out onto the roads until the road commissions have taken care of all the nasty snow. So I'm going to plan to head down to B&K for our Tuesday 50.4 a.m. Lunch that we have every Tuesday, which will be fun. And hopefully the roads by 11 o'clock or so are knocked back into shape, so don't need to be sliding down to Massillon for lunch. That would not be advisable. Want to remind everybody in Northeast Ohio of the upcoming phone auction for K8 AMX's, the old GOAT's equipment. I am managing that at his request before he passed, and that will start Saturday, and the instructions are circulating out there on the Sarah website. If you need to pick it up, that would be the place to go get the information. And appreciate your help, and Susan would as well, to find all Dick's equipment nice, new, loving homes before Christmas. With that, turn it back to that control from N8LTR. Good morning.
Okay, fine business there, Bill, and thank you for doing all that you have been doing that I've been hearing over the past few weeks for the old GOAT's estate there, and his, in particular, of course, his radio equipment and the upcoming auction. And, well, I guess it's already started. Not sure all the details, but kudos to you for doing all that, and you have safe travels today. Sounds like you'll be on the road, and hopefully by the time you are, the weather will be a little bit better than it is early this morning. Thanks for checking in with me, Bill. Okay, KF8FAP was in and out. John, thank you for checking in with me this morning. And with that, we're going to go to Phil, K8PJW, and Mark, KD8WOT, you are on deck. Phil, how are things with you?
W8JAX, KAPJW, good morning, Rod. Good morning to the Barometer Net out there on this terrific Tuesday. And wave a hand at Wendy and Lucy for me. I'm sure they're standing by. But we're at 26 degrees here, headed up to 33, 31 tomorrow. We have 2 inches of snow or so on the ground. We're expecting a few more up until about 10 o'clock, and then a cloudy day the rest of the day. barometer set standard pressure at 2992. And conspiracy cars are a little quiet right now. They're remaining as gas is remaining at 289. So also praying for a successful procedure for Fred, and hopefully we'll get him on the air. But thank you so much for taking over for him. In the meantime, you're doing a great job. Got a few more appointments this week, and looking forward to the Baronet tonight at 8. And the XYL has a piano recital on Friday, so we're looking forward to that. She's busy practicing and getting her songs down pat. Anyway, with that, I'll take a break for time. Okay, so in 1901, American businessman King C. Gillette began selling safety razor blades. 1927, the first Model A Fords were sold for $385. And in 1974, cowhide-made baseballs were first accepted for use by Major League Baseball. Prior to that, baseballs were made of horsehide. And that's the way it was. This is KATJW. Back to the net.
Okay, Phil. Hey, fine business there. Always good to hear the history of the day. I really appreciate that. And for those who don't know, Phil, he is the one that gave our pup. Actually, we have had two Lucies now. The first Lucy that received the K9 LUCY call sign came from Phil. And that was quite a few years ago. So our second pup here, we transferred the call sign over to her, K9LUCY. Anyway, Phil, you have a great day there, and always good to hear from you. Let's go over to Medina, where Mark, KD8WOT, checked in with us this morning, and Miss Wendy, you are on deck. Mark, are you still out there? KD8WOT.
Good morning, Rod. Good morning, Nat. Yeah, still hanging out here. Enjoying day number 2 of the vacation for this week. It was a nice jumping on the net this morning and hearing a around the world check-in there. I believe that was John. That was a nice little treat for a Tuesday morning. We'll be looking to try to become a little bit more of a regular. Be doing a mobile in the mornings after this week and go from there. Currently looking to try to figure out what type of new mobile unit I want to have. I'll leave this one that I've got sitting down here on the bench next to my HF rig, and so I'm sorting through that, trying to figure out all the bells and whistles that I want to get, digital modes maybe, and then the best value. So we're going to hunt and peck that through and go from there. And I appreciate it, Rod, for the effort you're putting in here today, and we'll continue to sit and listen. I appreciate it. KD8 WOT.
Okay, hey, fine business there, Mark. Well, I appreciate you checking into the Barometer Net this morning with us, and you are always welcome. Please become a regular if you can. And our net, of course, runs Monday through Saturday on this frequency. It starts around 7. Actually, Jim BMW, he starts at 6:30 with the pre-net, and actually there's folks that are talking even before that on the net, and so this repeater's pretty busy in the morning. So please join in when you can to the Barometer Net. Okay, we are going to go over to Miss Wendy, who I'm going to have breakfast with here shortly, and I'm going to circle back to Nancy to see if she might have returned KI5OZZ. Nancy, you're on deck. I'm going to try you one more time there. Hopefully we can get you. But right now we're going to go to Wendy, and I know you are done with your walk, and breakfast will be shortly. Over to you, Wendy.
Well, good morning there, Rod, and everyone on the Barometer Net. This is K8JAX, and you're right there, Rod. Back from the walk. Had a little drizzle out there when we were out, and then some steady rain came down just a little bit ago. I think it stopped right now. We have 68 degrees, and we're headed up to 75. I think just this morning is the only part of the day that we were supposed to get rain, but we'll see. So anyway, appreciate you calling for me there, Rod, and I hope everyone has a wonderful or a terrific Tuesday. I'll turn it back to you. This is K8JAX.
W8WKY.
Okay, very good there, Wendy. And looking forward to having breakfast with you shortly. Okay, let's go out to Oklahoma and try again here, see if Nancy's back and has the radio on and is willing to push to talk and say good morning to us. Nancy, KI5OZZ, are you out there?
W8JAX and the rest of the Barometer netizens, good morning from KI5OZZ, where it is chilly indeed and had a light dusting of snow and busy cooking breakfast and so on like that. So good to hear everybody out there on the radio. I've been listening and running around like a chicken with my head cut off. So I'll pass it back to you. You're doing a great job as always. And good morning, everyone. Have a terrific Tuesday. KI5OZZ.
Okay, very good there, Nancy. Well, I'm glad I got a hold of you this morning. Tried a little earlier, but I'm sure you were running around there busy as all get out. So thanks for joining us on the Barometer Net this morning. Always good to hear you. Okay, that brings me to the bottom of my list. I apologize if I overlooked anybody. I think I'm at the bottom of my list. And let me make a few club announcements here. The Barometer Net, of course, meets every day except Sunday starting at 7 a.m. with fun pre-net hosted by our own Jim Cummins, WB8VMW, around 6:30. And the weekly Sarah Club Net is every Tuesday evening beginning at 8 p.m., and that's actually going to be tonight. And the Evening Beacon Net is on this repeater, and it begins 10 p.m. on Sunday and Wednesdays with pre-checks for the net beginning at 9:30 p.m. And last but not least, we link up with the Boredom Breaker Net on Wednesdays beginning at 1 p.m. All of these nets are open to all licensed amateurs. You do not need to be a member of the Sarah Club to participate in any of these nets. So let's see, everyone, let's see. December 6th is the next SARE-sponsored BE session at the Rittman City Fire Department. Time, I think, is 10 a.m. to noon. And then our Christmas party, the club Christmas party, Thursday, December 11th, is at the Wadsworth Eagles Hall. Not sure of the start time in the evening, but stay tuned. Well, actually, you can go and get more details on the Christmas party at the W8WKY.org website. And if all goes according to plan, if you go, you might be able to meet Wendy and I there. Okay, with that, let me break for time. Seeing that it's well past 8 o'clock, I will make this the last call. Anyone wanting to check into the net this morning, please come now with your phonetic call sign and your regular alphanumeric call sign. Slowly, please, for these old ears. And please let me know if you're mobile or short time, and I will ask for any misses that I have at the end of the check-in here. So check-ins, please come now.
Alpha
EFA,
Quebec AI 5
XM, Kilo Foxtrot 8, Echo, X-Ray Mike, Nashville, Ohio.
November 8, Victor Foxtrot Kilo, N8 VFK, Cliff, Columbia Station, Ohio.
Kilo Juliet 5 Echo Sierra Hotel, David in Piercy, Arkansas. KJ5 ESH.
Please copy November 7 Victor Alpha November and 7 VAN Brian in and out.
Kilo Foxtrot 8 Echo Oscar Golf KF8 EOG Pete and Leroy Township in and out.
KE8 VOX at Kilo Echo 8 Victor Oscar X-Ray Scott Vermilion in and out.
Kilo Echo 8 Victor Zulu Alpha KE8 VZA Eric in Strongsville in and out today, Rod. Thanks for running the net.
Whiskey 8 Tango Foxtrot Mike and Huron. I'll be in and out, Rod.
KB8LJ, Kilo Bravo 8 Lima Juliet here. I'll be in and out, but before I do, I'm trying to keep up with Nancy down there in Oklahoma because I'm running around thinking like a head with its chicken cut off. This is KB8LJ.
Kilo Echo 8, Charlie Hotel Papa, K8 CHP, Mike in Jackson Township.
7 IRJ, Paul in Matlin, now.
Okay, let me pick it up here. Okay, here's who I have. I have EXM, I have VFK, ESH, I have VAN, in and out. That was N7VAN. Brian was in and out. In and out also was Pete, which was KF8 EOG. I have Scott, VOX, in and out. Eric, VZA, was in and out. TTF, Mike, was in and out. Chuck, LJ, was, in and out. Charlie Hotel Papa, Mike, was checked in. And Paul, I have IRJ, and I apologize, I didn't get your prefix. And let me know if you were in and out. I wasn't sure. Paul, IRJ, what's your prefix there, and are you in and out?
Illinois, Germany 7. Italy Radio Japan. In and out. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Paul, for your check-in there. Who did I miss?
Is all for Golf Whiskey, K8HEW, Dan, up on the North Coast, over.
Okay, hey, we added Pops there to the list. Very good. All right, let's get started with this list. And that would be, let's see, I don't see any mobiles, and I didn't hear any short times. If I am incorrect, I apologize. But let's go up to Nashville, or over to Nashville, KF8EXM. How are things with you this morning, and welcome to the Barometer Net.
Hello, this is Wendell from Nashville, Ohio, and it's definitely snow here, and it'll be a good day to take pictures and send them in, make puzzles for grandbabies. And it's 30 degrees here, and quite a bit of snow. Back to you.
W8WKY.
Okay, hey, very good there, Wendell. Thank you for checking in with us this morning on the Barometer Net, and try to stay warm up there. All right, with that, we are going to go to, I think, Columbia Station, to Cliff, N8BFK, and ESH, you are on deck. Cliff, how are things with you in Lorain County?
W8JX in the net. This is N8BFK. Things are going pretty good. Just watching the snow. I'm looking at the radar. We're kind of on the backside of it, but it's really, really slow moving. But I just went out and measured. I got 3 1/4 of an inch here in Columbia Station, Ohio. Currently sitting at 28 degrees. It just jumped up from 27. 92% humidity, 26 dew point, and 29.93 barometer. No wind to speak of, and it's still just lightly snowing. Rod, I've been out of the ham radio for a long time, and just last week hit the PTT for the first time, and so this is the first time I've checked in with you. And I'll tell you, once I started listening in, as I was getting back into the hobby and realizing how expansive the technology has allowed ham radio operations, it made me smile, and it definitely sparked my interest to get back into it, and even more so than I did before. When I listened to you and your better half down here in Florida, I used to be stationed at Mayport Naval Base for 4 years, back in early to mid 80s, and loved it down there whenever we were in port. But back in the day, it was always the saying was haze gray and underway. With that, I'll send it back to you. W8JX is the N8BFK 73s.
Well, okay. Hey, fine business there, Cliff. Welcome back to the hobby, and welcome to the Barometer Net. And it's good to hear from you, and you are always welcome to check in. And, yeah, Mayport Naval Station is very close to us here. In fact, my neighbor here in the apartments that I live in down here, Wendy and I, he is a Skyhawk chopper pilot out of Mayport. And a very, very nice guy. I always talk to him about his piloting of the Skyhawk choppers. And so, yeah, he's out of Mayport, as are many down here. I've joked before that I think every other person down here in Jacksonville either is in the Navy, was in the Navy, or works for the Navy. And it's a big Navy town. As you know, there's actually 2 naval stations down here. There's Mayport, and then there's the Naval Air Station on the west side of town. So anyway, Cliff, hey, thanks for checking in with me this morning, and look forward to hearing you on future Barometer Nets. Okay, with that, we are going to go to, I think, David, KJ5ESH. I hope I got that right. Over to you, and let's see, Mike, CHP, you will be on deck. So, David, how are things with you?
KJ5ESH. Things are going pretty good. I've been chasing a hum and a noise, and I think maybe I have narrowed it down. How's my signal coming across to you?
You are coming in 5 by 9. Couldn't be better.
Thank you so much. I finally had to just take my shack apart, take my radio over, set it off by itself, set the power supply on the other side of the room, even turned the lights off. But I'm so glad the noise is gone. Now I can start to maybe reassemble my shack here, and I'll find out what it is as I plug stuff back together. Roger?
Okay, very good. Yeah, no, you are doing the right thing there. I detect no humming, no problems whatsoever. So thanks for checking in with us this morning. Any other comments for the net?
No, this is KJ5ESH. Back to the net.
Okay, very good, David. Hey, thanks for checking into the net this morning. I don't think you and I have talked before, but please check in as often as you can to the Barometer Net. All right, we are going to go over to Michael in Stark County there, KE8CHP. And Pops, you are on deck, K8AGW. But first, Michael, how are things with you?
WAJAX, this is K8CHP. Good morning, Rod. Good morning to everyone on the Barometer Net. Yeah, frosty morning. I called off work, so yeah, I hope things will be better tomorrow. I think we got 2 to 3 inches of snow, which isn't horrible, but it's still early in the season, so I guess they're still getting the snowplow guys out and on the routes and everything. So this is the first major snowfall of the season, though. Yeah, I heard you guys talking about 3D printers earlier. I think I passed this along last week. Wayne College has a makerspace with some 3D printers and some other equipment, so if you guys have some time, they're going with the school, so the college there, so I think they're open for a couple more weeks for this year, and then they'll be closed until whenever the semester starts in January. So also the Worcester Public Library has a it's a little like $100 3D printer that they've blown out, so I just wanted to pass that along. And yeah, just like this, I'm starting to get back into the hobby too, so hope if anybody else is out there listening and thinking about getting back into this, I hope they will. And yeah, also with Phil with the news of the day, if you guys look at AP News, they have that little thing too about the news of the day. So, and I used to be on a net called the Alaska Morning Net, and for the last guy, they would give them the red lantern. I guess that's what they do with the Iditarod Trail. They give the last person the red lantern. So I guess Pops gets the red lantern today. So yeah, I'll pass it back. Nice hearing from everyone. This is K8CHP. I'll be back to net 73, everyone.
Okay, hey, very good there, Mike. Always good to hear from you, and welcome back to the hobby there. I think I've heard you on before, but anyway, yeah, I mean, just my history, I had a big opening there as far as hadn't been on for quite some time, for almost 20 years. I was licensed in the mid-'70s and had a long hiatus there shortly after that until recently when I retired, and now back in the hobby and really enjoying it. Okay, with that we are going to clear with Mike K8CHP, and we're going to go up to beautiful Avon Lake and hear what's happening up there with Pops. K8AGW. How are things up there in Avon Lake, Pops?
Good morning, everybody. This is K8AGW, and well, Avon Lake is just like everywhere else. Got about 3 inches of snow out there, and it's snowing and all that. I live on a state route, so it's all wet and everything. But Mama Fran and I aren't going anywhere today. The old man went out yesterday and got our groceries for the week and took care of things. That was a big day. So last Saturday I had the plow boy come and clean the yard up. This old man, he's looking at 90. I'm in my 80s, and they tell me I'm not to play in the snow anymore. I kind of enjoy plowing snow and playing in the snow, but they don't do it. So I had to have my plow boy do it. So he said the snow snuck up on him this year. He said he's got leaf cleanup on his list. He says the snow come early, surprised him, and so he's got to postpone it until it goes away and dries up a bit. Well, anyhow, everybody have a terrific Tuesday. Best of 73, everybody. Stay safe, stay vertical, and don't fall on that on the ice there. So, best of 73, everybody. And I slipped off the deck, I guess, but I'm all dusted off. And thanks for taking my call there, Rod. 73, and have a terrific Tuesday. With that, KJGW clear and back to net control.
Okay, hey, fine business there, Pops. Well, you stay safe up there at Avon Lake, and yeah, don't overexert yourself in this kind of weather by shoveling too much snow or anything like that. You stay safe along with Mama Fran. Always good to hear you on the Barometer Nets in the morning. Okay, that brings us to the bottom of the last call list, so it's time to go to our closer, Carrie, W8CTM in Portage Lakes. Hopefully, Carrie, you're still out there. How are you doing this morning? And help me close this net out.
Good morning, Rod, and good morning to all the check-ins and listeners out there on this terrific Tuesday. Well, it is snowy here. We got probably 2 to 3 inches of snow. The first snow of the season, pretty much here. It's we've had dustings a couple mornings, but this is the first measurable snow of the season, and hopefully it will be the last. But we know better than that. But anyway, it's pretty out there. It's always pretty. The first snow, everything's covered. All the trees are covered in snow, so it's a pretty morning here. But I'm just very thankful I don't have to get out and go drive in it anymore in the early mornings like I did for 40-some years, that's for sure. Anyway, I really don't have anything this morning, Rod. You've done a great job, as you always do when you cover for one of the other net controllers there, and hope Fred heard him on early this morning, and hopefully his procedure goes well and he gets back home from the hospital there very quickly. Anyway, that's about all I have this morning. I'll say 73, and we'll turn it back to Rod there, W8JAX. 73 all is W8CTM, Carrie at Portage Lakes. Everybody have a terrific Tuesday, and we'll turn it back to Rod so he can get down there, because I know Wendy's got breakfast waiting for him. That'll be good. That'll be good. Anyway, 73 all, and back to you there, Rod, to wrap it up. Everybody have a great day.
Okay, hey, very good. Thanks, Carrie, for being our daily closer of the Barometer Net, and the net would never be complete without your closing comments, so I thank you for that. And with that, I do want to thank all of my check-ins this morning. Today I was subbing for Fred, WA8KOC, who has he's in the hospital this morning with some heart procedures there, and anyway, thanks again to everyone for checking in with me this morning. And of course, we've got prayers going towards Fred there for his procedures. And I really enjoy being a substitute to NCO here when needed. With me now in Florida, I really have limited ability to contribute to club activities, but perhaps being an NCO fill-in when asked provides me a way to serve this great club. And tomorrow, Craig will be your NCO, AA8CT. And with that, let me break for time here. The Barometer Net tradition goes back over 35 years when a local group of amateurs got together in the mornings to compare weather station data, as reported by their new weather gear. Many have contributed in making this net the morning staple for this area that it has become, including Garlock K8BYR, Dorothy W8, JTW, Tom K8DSD, and of course Ron KD8CVS, also known as the Iron Man. And Ron ran this net himself Monday through Saturday for many years, and that's when I first began checking into it some 7 years ago on my daily commute between Wadsworth and Akron. And I remember checking in with Ron many, many mornings. We owe a debt of gratitude to these folks for beginning and our current NCOs for continuing a tradition that has lived on. But remember, it is your participation that makes this net the success that it continues to be. And for that, I thank you. I'm just going to break for time here. This is the W8WKY repeater on 147 Mark 39 megahertz in Doylestown, Ohio. My name is Rod, Romeo Oscar Delta. My call is W8JAX. And after 53 check-ins this morning, I am going to return this repeater back to regular amateur radio use at 8:50 a.m. 73 all, and I am headed to breakfast.
Well, an excellent job, Rod, KCFQV. Don't forget about ClubNet tonight, Newsline 7:30, and I guess A8CS is going to run, I heard, the leader. And, yeah, think about coming to the Christmas party next Thursday, the 11th. So, tomorrow night, sign up by the end of the Beacon Net tomorrow night for the holiday party. W8WKY.org. For those that are listening, that's the club's website. So, KCFQV.